Oh, that's very good cover. Welcome to the Alexander Kasser Theater. Please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices. Photography is not permitted. Please take a moment to note the location of the exits. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the performance.
Lucky for you, I am not singing. But good afternoon. It's great to see all of you here. I'm Tony Mazzocchi, director of the John J. Calley School of Music here at Montclair State University, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our annual Beatrice Crawford Memorial Concert. As always, this event marks the end of another great semester, made even more rewarding by the continued presence of so many of you from Montclair and surrounding communities at our events each week. We really do believe in being an artistic and cultural hub of this area, and your support throughout the semester has been truly special, so thank you all for being here. This year marks the 28th anniversary of this concert. Begun in 1996, it's supported by an endowment from the Keating Crawford Foundation, allowing us to offer it free to the public. This concert honors the memory of Beatrice Crawford, Billy, who tirelessly served Montclair's music community. Please take a moment to read more about her in your program. The Crawford Concert also aims to unite music lovers in Montclair and beyond, including local schools, by providing access to live performances by professional artists. I'd like to recognize and thank the Keating Crawford Foundation members who made this possible: Margaret Crawford Bridge, the late Billy Crawford, Aaron Cuff Crawford, and Bernard and Angela Crawford, who are all with us here today upstairs. Please join me in thanking them for their support over the past 28 years and beyond. Now, in 2020, the Keating Crawford Foundation made another generous gift to help us connect with underserved communities, launching the Calley Pathways Project. This one-of-a-kind program in our nation works to create a diverse, equitable, and excellent musical ecosystem by breaking down barriers for students from underserved communities. Over the past 4 years now, hundreds of students have applied, more than 80 students have participated, with 42 currently enrolled in the high school division of the program and 30 who are matriculated here at the Calley School. This life-changing work is only possible thanks to all of your support and the philanthropic leadership of Margaret, Byrne, Angela, Aaron. Thank you all again for making that program a reality. So at the Calley School, we've been striving to address some of the world's challenges through music, from healing social and emotional health to tackling a natural teacher shortage and fostering unity in a divided world. We believe that music is a powerful tool for change. Even in this room, we may have our differences, but today we come together to share the joy of music, just as Billy Crawford envisioned. Through innovative programs like immersive artist residencies and initiatives that uplift underserved young talent, we are aiming to prepare students not only for careers in music, but to become empathetic, collaborative, and creative leaders. Our work is growing. The world is taking notice. I'd like to thank some key supporters for their invaluable contributions. Dean of the College of the Arts, Daniel Gurskus, who I know is here this afternoon, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Junius Gonzalez, Montclair State University President, Dr. Jonathan Coppell, our Calley School Advisory Board, of course, Rose Calley. Thank you all for your continued dedication, and special thanks to all of our incredible faculty, staff, and students. It is an honor to serve all of you. Okay, so this year's Crawford concert was curated by Dr. Heather J. Buchanan, and the choral program continuing our tradition of what we call artivism. Raising Her Voice highlights the contributions of living composers and explores themes of gender, equity, and social relevance. Historically, women have been underrepresented in most areas of music and other places, including here composition, conducting, arts management, and this program, amongst many things, seeks to spotlight their contributions. Now, all of you have some very robust concert programs. Please read those, and I don't want to steal Dr. Buchanan's thunder here, but when I look at today's concert program, I see not only an epic musical journey, but definitely a testament to the power of community. It represents literally hundreds of voices coming together, united in amplifying a profound and powerful message, one that we are all privileged to experience collectively as a shared moment, hopefully, of connection and inspiration. Thank you, Dr. Buchanan, for your visionary leadership. I am sure Billy Crawford would be very proud. Let's get started. Thank you all for being here today.
While researching for the Here I Am libretto, I was immediately inspired by how hard these women worked for their voices to be heard, to have a say in government and the policies that affected them directly. They broke windows, allowed themselves to be arrested, and refused to eat. Many men stood by their side, many other women did not. The movement was also deeply flawed because of segregation. And it took decades of protest to finally win the right to vote. We know that the fight for women's rights is far from over in our own country and across the world. Here in the United States, we are fighting over the control of our own bodies. In Iran, women are fighting over their dress code. As of August 2024, women in Afghanistan are no longer allowed to be heard singing, reciting, or reading aloud in public. How could I honor all these women? I expanded my research, including women from different countries and from different moments in history. I deliberately sought out voices of diversity, including members of the LGBTQA community and women who are leaders in professions mostly associated with men. And then I took all my favorite bits and pieces and started puzzling them together, creating a story that spoke to me. I even decided to create a time-lapse video of the process. You can find this video along with other inspiring content on my YouTube channel. There are 46 women represented in the libretto for Here I Am, and 50 portraits were created. Some women are represented twice. I found female portrait artists from around the world to paint and draw portraits of these fine women. You will see their faces during the performance, illuminated above the choir and orchestra. Here I am. Look at me. See me. Acknowledge my existence and my fight. Validate this voice inside me, and don't be afraid to let this light inside of yourself shine. Speak up. Give words to your pain. Say it out loud. Write your story.
I am here as a soldier who has temporarily left the field of battle in order to explain what civil war is like when civil war is waged by women. I am here as a person who, according to the law courts of my country, it has been decided, is of no value to the community at all. And I am adjudged because of my life to be a dangerous person under sentence of penal servitude in a convict prison. I do not look either very like a soldier or very like a convict, and yet I am both. You won your freedom in America when you had the revolution by bloodshed, by sacrificing human life. You won the Civil War by the sacrifice of human life when you decided to emancipate the Negro. You have left it to women in your land. The men of all civilized countries have left it to women to work out their own salvation. Human life is sacred. But we say, if any life is to be sacrificed, it shall be ours. We won't do it ourselves, but we will put the enemy in the position where they will have to choose between giving us freedom or giving us death. So, here am I. I come to ask you to help to win this fight. If we win it, this hardest of all fights, then, to be sure, in the future it is going to be made easier for women all over the world to win their fight when their time comes. Emmeline Pankhurst.
Women were the wombs of society. Through thousands of years of biblical interpretation, law, and custom, women, especially married women, simply were not considered entities with rights separate from men's. It was as if women were part of the furniture in men's lives. They were expected to remain silent on public matters, and the vast majority of women stayed in their place. As a woman who went to school from the mid-1950s to the late 1970s, grade school to grad school, I knew little of the suffrage movement and the women behind it. Women received almost no mention in our history books, and women's studies courses were not in our college catalogs. Even as a feminist, voracious reader, and often reviewer of books in general and history in particular, I had rarely stumbled upon books about women's roles and contributions. Angela P. Dodson.
For most of history, Anonymous was a woman, Virginia Woolf.
Women need not always keep their mouths shut and their wombs open. Emma Goldman.
If we want to know who we were meant to be before the world told us who to be, if we want to know where we were meant to go before we were put in our place, if we want to taste freedom instead of control, then we must relearn our soul's native tongue. Glennon Doyle.
The unspoken assumption is that women are different. They do not have executive ability, orderly minds, stability, leadership skills, and they are too emotional. It is obvious that discrimination exists. Women do not have the same opportunities that men do, and women that do not conform to the system, who try to break with the accepted patterns, are stigmatized as odd and unfeminine. The fact is that a woman who aspires to be chairman of the board or a member of the House does so for exactly the same reasons as any man. Basically, these are that she thinks she can do the job and she wants to try. Shirley Chisholm.
Bias has to be taught. If you hear your parents downgrading women or people of different backgrounds, why, you are going to do that too. Barbara Bush.
My music, because I want women to turn their minds to big and difficult jobs, not just to go on hugging the shore, afraid to put out to sea. Ethel Smith.
Don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. Sarah Breedlove.
Any great change must expect opposition, because it shakes the very foundation of privilege. Lucretia Mott.
It is not the intelligent woman versus the ignorant woman, nor the white woman versus the black, the brown, the red. It is not even the cause of woman versus man. Nay, 'tis woman's strongest vindication for speaking out, that the world needs to hear her voice. Anna Julia Cooper.
must tell and retell, learn and relearn these women's stories, and we must make it our personal mission in our everyday lives to pass these stories on to our daughters and sons, because we cannot, we must not ever forget that the rights and opportunities that we enjoy as women today were not just bestowed upon us by some benevolent ruler. They were fought for, agonized over, marched for, jailed for, and even died for by brave and persistent women and men who came before us. And if we are to finish the work begun here, we must, above all else, take seriously the power of the vote and use it to make our voices heard. Hillary Rodham Clinton.
The moment we begin to fear the opinions of others and hesitate to tell the truth that is in us, and from motives of policy are silent when we should speak, the divine floods of light and life no longer flow into our souls. Every truth we see is ours to give the world, not to keep for ourselves alone. For in so doing, we cheat humanity out of their rights and check our own development. Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
You should not be afraid to offend anyone, to question everything, to reinvent yourself, and to rethink the world. Maya Lin.
It is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. Audre Lorde.
Don't let anybody convince you this is the way the world is and therefore must be. It must be the way it ought to be. Toni Morrison.
Humanity, take a good look at yourself. Inside, you've got heaven and earth and all of creation. You're a world. Everything is hidden in you. Hildegard of Bingen.
Never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination. Mae Jemison.
It is never too late to mend. We women who are in the background today may be in the limelight tomorrow. Funmilayo Ransom Kuti.
A lot of young women have looked to their career paths and said they'd like to be chief. There's been a change in the limits people see. Wilma Pearl Mankiller.
I am fighting for my future. I am here to speak for all generations to come. In my anger, I am not blind, and in my fear, I am not afraid of telling the world how I feel. Severn Coles Suzuki.
So here I stand, one girl among many. I speak not for myself, but so those without a voice can be heard. Those who have fought for their rights, their right to live in peace, their right to be treated with dignity, their right to equality of opportunity, their right to be educated. Malala Yousafzai.
Don't just hope for a better life. Vote for one. Margaret Thatcher.
trumps.
Kate Shepard.
Women, wake up. The tocsin of reason sounds throughout the universe. Recognize your rights. Olympe de Gouges.
Truth is powerful, and it prevails. Sojourner Truth.
You will hear thunder and remember me and think she wanted storms. Anna Akhmatova.
With your strength, my lady, teeth can crush flint and Hedjuana.
We are voting for our children and our rights. We are voting for the laws of our lives. We are voting our insight. We are voting for our freedom, our pride, the laws of our lives.
One of the functions of art is to give people the words to know their own experience. Storytelling is a tool for knowing who we are and what we want. Ursula K. Le Guin.
When we deny our stories, they define us. When we run from struggle, we are never free. So we turn toward truth and look it in the eye. We will not be characters in our stories. Not villains, not victims, not even heroes. We are the authors of our own lives. Brene Brown.
When you know someone's story, it becomes much harder to hate them. Sarah McBride.
I never paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality. Frida Kahlo.
To the girls, to the women, to the mothers, to the daughters who hear the music bubbling within, please speak up. We need to hear your voices. Hildur Gudnadottir.
What I want young women and girls to know is you are powerful and your voice matters. You're going to walk into many rooms in your life and career where you may be the only one who looks like you or who has had the experiences you've had. But you remember that when you are in those rooms, you are not alone. We are all in that room with you, applauding you on, cheering your voice, and just so proud of you. So you use that voice and be strong. Kamala Harris.
I was born with a song on my tongue. Marina Tsvetaeva.
Just don't give up trying to do what you really want to do. Where there is love and inspiration, I don't think you can go wrong. Ella Fitzgerald.
Forget conventionalisms. Forget what the world thinks of you stepping out of your place. Think your best thoughts, speak your best words, work your best works, looking to your own conscience for approval. Susan B. Anthony.
Courage calls to courage everywhere, and its voice cannot be denied. Millicent Fawcett.
Devote today to something so daring, even you can't believe you're doing it. Oprah Winfrey.
My emotions, my intuition, my imagination, my courage, those are the keys to freedom. Those are who we are. Will we be brave enough to unlock ourselves? Will we be brave enough to set ourselves free? Will we finally step out of our cages and say to ourselves, to our people, and to the world, here I am. Glennon Doyle.
The world has to be ready to listen, and we have to be ready to sing. Jocelyn Hagen.
been instructed to fill time. So, first of all, I just want to thank you all very much for being here today in support of the Kelly School, the Crawford Concert, which, as you know from the Tony's introduction, is a really, really important part of the concert calendar each year. We had a preview concert yesterday, and as I said then, I always feel like it's just, selfishly speaking, a little special for us because Billy Crawford was a singer and a choral director, and it was something that near and dear to her heart. So we really wanted to honour her vision for how things could be with some of what we're doing today. So gender equity is the theme for this year, and if you've had an opportunity to look at the program, and even if you haven't, go look at the program, and you will see how consciously we have tried to create space and give visibility to women in really, really important roles. With the exception of sopranos, and all the sopranos on the stage are like rolling their eyes at me right now, with the exception of sopranos, in the professional arena, women are still very underrepresented, particularly in composition, in professional level conducting. Although that said, we are so blessed to have Shen Zhang as the artistic director of the New Jersey Symphony. Thank you, New Jersey Symphony. And I'm just going to have a shameless plug here. The Chorale will be performing Beethoven Symphony No. 9 with the NJS in the spring semester. And we're also going to partner with our symphony to, I think it's the first time in the history of the school, actually, that we're putting it all together with some student and alumni soloists, and that's really going to be tremendous. But in any case, it's not just the people you see on the stage. It's also in the arts administration. It's in the recording arts and production. Did you notice the breaking glass sound in the first piece? So I was told I couldn't have broken glass on stage, even though that was the original intent. And so Alexa Tabacino, who is a longtime choir member, and in our grad program, she went into the Foley studio and had a smashing glass experience, and they've documented it. It's out on social media if you want to see what they did. But that was, you know, it just, there's so many different facets, so many things have gone into this, and we've really tried to be very mindful and conscious. And as I said to the men in our environment, we're not taking anything away from you. We're just trying to move the needle in a really responsible and conscious way and try to level that playing field, which really needs to be done in all areas. I have just one more announcement that I need to make. First of all, I just want to thank Seth Velez, who's my assistant conductor, for his amazing work with the Chorale. Thank you, Seth. Also, many faculty have helped to support for today, but Joanna and Tomoko, thank you for leading the students in the chamber orchestra. We got together on Tuesday morning and then put it with the choir, so it was really kind of a bit of a fast ride. But the person that I really want to pay tribute to is at the piano. Stephen, come on. What most of you don't know is at the end of this season, Steve will be retiring. Now I'm going to cry. We will have been together for 19 years. And that's really quite remarkable, but I think this is his last Crawford. Would you please thank him?
when darkness drops an anchor in the fearful oceans of our minds, and when the world is preaching rancor, I can choose to be kind, and maybe more will find the quiet rivers where we'll lift our peaceful melody, and undivided we will stand together.